The newest update for Modern Warfare Remastered brings a load of new content and customization options, along with the addition of the Depot, where you can obtain supply drops. I'm here to tell you why this newest update for the game is actually a good thing, and is not destroying the Call of Duty community. Right now you're seeing me play some gun game on Wet Work, which is one of the new maps and game modes that they added into the game. They added gun game and hardpoint, which were previously not in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. They also added the rest of the 6 maps that were on disc with Modern Warfare when it shipped. No word on if the actual DLC maps are coming, but it's not looking too likely at the moment. So let's talk about this newest update and why everyone's hating on it in the first place. Now, everyone probably should have guessed in the beginning when they added a weapon inspect option into this game that there was going to be some sort of supply drop system in this game. But no one really knew that it was going to actually come. People were digging around in the files and they saw something for COD points, so it was looking very likely. And this newest update with the addition of the new maps and Winter Crash has added supply drops. This comes with a ton of hate from the community, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, I'm not going to play the fucking game anymore. But they should probably just quit their fucking bitching. Like, this update is not bad. I'll admit, I'm one of the people that was very annoyed when I heard the news and saw the tweet, and I was actually very kind of saddened by it, because, you know, I didn't really want supply drops to come into this game because, you know, it kind of takes away from what COD 4 was, and Modern Warfare didn't have supply drops, it didn't have anything else, it was just what you got in the base game and then that one DLC pack, so, you know, the addition of supply drops was very annoying, but now that I've actually gotten to play and see the new content, I'm actually alright with it at the moment. Now, there is definitely a way they could go that will destroy this fucking game, and it's Activision that is probably making and calling these shots, so I wouldn't doubt that it would happen. But right now, it's alright. Everything that you can get from a supply drop at the moment is a cosmetic item only, and everything actually looks sort of realistic. They added a bunch of new camos, and some of them can be a little unrealistic, but you don't necessarily have to use those. They have the typical, just like desert-type camos, which are alright. But they also added uniforms and actual character models themselves, like basically the face of the character. Nothing changes a hitbox or anything, but they do have different little camos for a uniform. And it all actually looks realistic. You don't have any vibrant colors on them. They all look very specific to that specific character themselves. Like, if you're playing as a Marine and you have different camos, it's all going to be like your typical Marine camo, you know, a bunch of greens and reds. They're all, like, different designs of the camos, but they're all normal colors that you would expect to see in the military. With SAS, they like to use, in this game at least, they use typical dark colors, more so like grays and blacks. And any of the different camo patterns and camo colors all kind of follow that same set. You know, nothing is out of the ordinary at the moment. They could easily change it to make it where you are running around and you have zebra camo on your actual character, and your character model themselves, like their face, just looks completely stupid. Like, they could easily do that, but at the moment it's alright. They also added melee weapons, which, after you get a specific set from the supply drops, you can unlock this melee weapon. Now, I'm okay with the melee weapon thing, but not the fact that you could hold out the melee weapon. I think if you click hold Y, or the switch weapon button, I'm an Xbox player. If you hold Y, you'll actually take out the weapon, do a little animation, then you can run around with it. That's the only thing I'm not really okay with, because, you know, COD 4 didn't have a combat knife that you could hold out. It was just your action knife button. I'm okay with the melee weapons if that's all you would ever be able to do. I honestly haven't used them besides gun game in this map right here. But other than that, I think it's perfectly alright that they added melee weapons. I just don't like the fact that you can hold them out as, like, a normal weapon themselves. But other than that, the actual update's pretty good. You know, you get your new maps, you get a few new game modes, new challenges and everything, and everything so far at the moment is only customizable in terms of camos and aesthetics. Nothing is game-changing. This could easily be screwed over. They could easily, you know, be forced to put in some weapons or something that actually changes the balance of the game. And I wouldn't be surprised, because with the way Call of Duty goes, that's the way it happens, you know. Advanced Warfare started off, no one really knew what it was going to turn into. No one knew that it was going to be what it is today. And I think the thing that kind of makes it bad is the fact that COD is a yearly cycle. So nothing's really worth anything, you know. At the start of Advanced Warfare, the variants were, like, highly coveted. Like, oh my god, you have this, you're, like, amazing. Like, before everyone knew what variants were shit. And at the end of the life cycle, it doesn't really matter. Nothing has a value anymore. Like Black Ops 3, if you had certain black market items, they were really cool in the beginning, but now the game's life cycle's over, and nothing's really worth money anymore. CSGO does something. They don't release games every year. The Counter-Strike series doesn't release a new Counter-Strike every year, and CSGO's been going for quite some time. There's actually a fucking market for camos. You can make actual money and monetize this type of stuff in their game. And that's because they don't do a yearly cycle. Call of Duty does a yearly cycle, so nothing really holds a monetary value. So, I'm okay with this update. Again, like, yeah, nothing holds a monetary value because this game doesn't release every year, but it's also nothing that is changing the gameplay itself. Nothing is out of the ordinary here. You have the melee weapons, which are a little different, but everything else looks pretty normal, and it kind of fits into the actual style in game itself. Some of the camos do look pretty cool. Some of the new character faces and the camos for your uniforms are actually pretty cool, and I'm actually kind of excited. I'm really excited to have this update here. I just wanted to get a quick little video out for you guys, kind of explaining why I think this update's okay. Everything's cosmetic at the moment. Maybe the melee weapons are a little weird for some people. It's a little different, not the same as COD 4 was, but at the moment it's okay. Everything fits into the game perfectly fine, and I'm alright with it at the moment. Let me know what you guys think, even though no one fucking watches my videos, but I thank you guys for sticking around and watching this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheerio, mates!